problems after broken homes. Kids hating on this time zone. Now you looking at love.
I'm about to go live right now.
Okay. Yes, it's beautiful. Like, I give you 2 for 25. I was like, look, I'll get back in contact.
That's a testimony by itself.
So the guy at the shop, right?
Right.
He said, when he said he gonna do it, I was like, I'm gonna get back with him. He said, look, bring your car back over here Monday because we need to find out if it's your alignment or whatever, and I'm not gonna charge you.
Again?
So I'm starting to scratch my head.
I paid the bill. He paid the bill.
So he looked at me. He said, "Better yet, do you have time right now?" I was like,
check.
I was like, "Yeah, I got time. Why is that?" He said, "Don't even wait on the door. I'm gonna change the tire for free."
And you cashed it.
Wow.
Jesus signed that check and she cashed it.
You talking about right then? I was trying not to cry, but the tears just started rolling down my face.
No, because it kept happening. I mean, you know. But you know how the enemy would send a distraction?
Man, he been doing so many distractions, but the thing is, I was just at the last minute turned up in there, and it was like boom, boom, and it just kept happening. Then he said, bring your car back over to Monday.
Yes,
coming up.
I got chills
and I'm still going to work on your car for free to see what's going on. And he said, I might even change out that other tire on your left side that you need for free. I said, dude, you do that Monday, I might just pass out. Like, for real. I might literally pass out.
No, that's right.
So I told my homeboy, he said, and he always praying for me. Like, when I say literally always praying for me. And when I told him, he started praying then, and he was just like, he said, you want to tell you something?
That's your rota. That's who that is. That's your rota. That's that person that prays for you.
He was like, let me tell you something. He said, man, and I told him something, you know, I almost did. He was like, I don't want to hear it. He said, because I don't want nobody but the enemy. He said, but let me tell you that God got his hands over you so strong.
But that's why the enemy fighting for you, because he knows what you're destined.
He was like, you're so protected. He was like, do you know how many people probably know your vision that's not like bad people, but actually good people? He said, I already seen it. He said, the stuff that you're finna embark into, he said, look at the things you have done, the movies you have done, the TV shows you have been on with no agent.
Amen.
He said, look at all the agents that's trying to come at you right now. You still telling them no.
Amen.
He was like, just look. And I said, I'm still, my thing is, even like more agents trying to come, they was like, well, you need to come to me with an agent. I was like, I don't have one. But then when I showed them my resume, they was like, hold on, you did what? Hold on, what? Just send me your resume. I might work with you. I was like, oh, now all of a sudden you want to try to work with me now.
Without an agent.
Without an agent.
Amen. I never thought about that way. That's so true. To be able to have done some of the things that you've done without an agent, that is
like
amazing.
I turned down the actual, and people still clowning me. I was like, y'all can clown me what all y'all want to, but when God like clenched me or like hit me in my stomach, and He's like, hey, my child. Amen. Do not sign that contract. I don't care if you don't have an agent, but when I put what I'm gonna put you to embark on, it ain't gonna be no low. And it's not. It won't even. The thing is, they wanted me to start out low. I can't take it. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to start out low. It was actually.
She's preaching.
Like I tell you, it was the LGBT community, and I don't have no problem. I love them. They actually get their own station.
Wow, that's hot.
I had to actually do a 3 months.
We're all children of God, so it doesn't matter.
Right, and I mean, like the work that, you know, I said it doesn't matter. As long as I'm making sending a message and making a statement, and you can send me this community, but guess what? I'm still going to throw God in the situation.
That's right, me too.
I'm like, so it don't matter what you do, but I'm going to make sure that He's still throwing in the situation.
Yes.
So when everything happened, it was somebody from Tyler Perry.
We're going to use these networks.
So it was somebody from Tyler Perry. That was the first place I worked that they gave my opportunity 4 years ago. Right. So the person who actually left, I said, if you ever leave and you go off and do like your own thing, agency, whatever that it is, I got you. I said, I had you at Tyler Perry. I got you.
Amen.
Like, you looked out for me and telling her how I looked out for you, so guess what? I got you.
Man.
So I guess he started watching me, then, you know, the Hidden Figures came and other stuff started to come. So at first he was like, I'll just look out for you. No agent thing. I'm not going to try to do nothing like that. But then when I started going to the audition for the actual show and the whole freaking production, and they gave me a 3-month vigorous process. I was beating out Lala Cousin, Dice, Lala Cousin. I beat her out in the audition. I beat out, they said so many people. This is a white thing fight
Wow.
through the TV show because I don't have an agent. But when she showed them my video and kept showing them every time that I kept having to do that same audition over, they was like, hold on, this chick right here, this is her word. She was like, she don't have an agent. They was like, okay, yeah, put on the show. Put on the show.
You see how your gift will make room for you? Your gifts make room for you.
So I was happy. That's the thing, I was happy. So the actual white, the guy, Casey, lovely, he's a white guy, but we had the party for, you know, the thing because everything was coming around. But what was crazy to me, he pulled me off to the side before we, you know, had our little drinks or whatever. But he said, he was like, when everything happens and you see that contract, he said, you're just that good. Make sure it is not below a certain price.
You're right.
He said, do not sign
Under this. At
under a
least he's
certain
teaching
price.
you the numbers on the inside. Because
Right.
we don't understand that a lot of times if we're
Right.
not in the inside.
Right. But see,
That's
when
right.
you got a mother
People
who
take
was
advantage.
you got a mother who was a manager over music, dealing with
Right?
Usher,
Wow.
Bubba Sparks, a lot of people. And growing up, it's like a PR, A&R, street team, whatever it was. I got to watch that. So I
Right.
knew what he was talking about. But I kept scratching my head like, what is he referring to though?
Right.
He was like, just when it comes, you do what's right. And he said, whatever your decision is, I'm still going to be behind you. From this guy? What?
Right. From this guy.
Right. So I'm sitting there, so when the contract actually came from the guy from Tyler Perry, and I looked, I was like, hold on, what? I was like, what is this? He was like, but see what it is, it's the first 4. And then he was like, after that, you know, then it's gonna go a little higher. And then, you know, after January, then SAG. But I'm sitting there like, hold on, it's still SAG. First 4. But it's only 115. But I'm not getting anything else. But we're talking about SAG. New TV show production. Something in my gut was like, no. I don't care how big the break is about to be for you. No, 17 city tour, all this other stuff. At first they didn't want to put me, but then it was like, they felt I was still going to be a part of like that main cast. They said regardless, yes, I was security guard and a drug dealer on the side, but they said the way how you are, it wasn't no doubt that they still had to put me into it. So I was like, okay, cool, but as I'm reading this contract, it's not making sense to me.
That's your discernment. That's your discernment.
And it
That's
took
your
them
spirit of
3
discernment.
weeks. They kept
That's
fighting
good,
for
that's
3
strong.
weeks. And I
Wow.
kept saying no. And the guy at the end, he was
That's
like,
good.
he said, you're not going to, he said, I said, you weren't going to sign it. I said, until you came and be correct, like how I came at you correct, and how I've been coming at you correct, no, I'm not going to sign my life over like that. And I said, I commit whatever that you do. No hard feelings. I said, but I would not be the first person as your talent on your agent.
No.
Not at them times.
But, and also, did you have somebody else look at the contract?
Not really,
It's always
because
good to like
I
have
should've
people on the
done that.
inside because I have people that look at contracts. I mean, that's why I love my networks that I'm creating because I have a specialty.
see, I've been
And I
working
stick
on
in my
that.
specialty.
And see, God just
but
put me
let me tell you
around this
something.
shit.
God likes to put us sometimes in places where we alone or we feel alone or what have you. Because the enemy doesn't like when you go to church, you know, you network with people, when you go to events with like-minded artists, like-minded people. You don't have to do some of the stuff that they do if that's not what you're into, or whatever. That's your business. But at the end of the day, it's always networking is a part of ministry.
Right.
You understand me? So a lot of times, like, you know, I grew up in Boston. We didn't network because we just so, you know, just so jealous and we just so, not me. I could never fit in. That's why God always put me somewhere
Uniquely
different.
made. I said
God always put me somewhere different, and it was always awesome. With the best of the best, you know, I got a taste of all of it, the good and the bad, because I grew up in the city. You know what I mean? So it's like, anyways, the point of the matter, I'm agreeing with what you're saying because it's so just like so on point. Like you couldn't even be any more on point. Like you got me like I have chills and everything.
Yes, I'm like I'm just.
Elders and the sisters, nobody knew it because I was like the 84th or like almost the 85th person to do it, and which was close to the last because I kept debating. And they said if anybody else wants to come, you may come. So I'm sitting there, you know, I got my wig on and everything else, and I'm just like, I don't have on the right clothes. And this lady walked up behind me, and I'll never forget. She said, it doesn't matter what you got on or how you look. Are you ready for me? And I was like, okay, God, is this the right time? Do you know, I walked down there, as soon as I got up on the step, the elder was like, oh my God, look who it is. This is turned around, just busting into tears. She was like, you know how long? Which is maybe like a year and some change. But when I did it, they looked up and was like, Pastor, look. Like, look who it is. And he looked, he was like, oh my God,
answering the call.
And he looked at the lady, he said, I'm so sorry. But he asked the other elder, he said, I need you to baptize her because I can't let nobody else touch her over there. I have to go do it. He said, I've been waiting for her to come because she don't even know what her calling is. Like, and he ran over there and he was running. I was starting to cry like, oh my God, what is going on? And he just put his hand and he was like, Reeder, he said, you don't even understand what's about to happen to you. He said the devil's trying to try to come, but you're covered.
But you're ready. Answering the call and being ready.
So
that's a good topic because it's true.
She's with my grandma.
Kind of like telling them what we're doing right now. What we're interviewing. We're live. We're live right now.
Okay, so right now we're just talking with Rita and just asking her just about, you know, what is that thing? What got you started into acting? What was that thing?
Well, I actually started when I was younger. Started with Bobby Womack as the little girl in his play called The Will to Survive. Had the opportunity at Frederick Douglass High School in my 9th grade year to go travel or choose to stay back and finish school. And I chose to stay back and finish school. So that was kind of like the start, but I did take a hiatus. Maybe 4 years ago, the hiatus left. I was working for GNC, you know, with the proteins and different things that, you know, you do. I was working at this store doing, I thought, quite well. And God has a way of doing things, I must say, because this lady out of nowhere comes into my store and she bought a lot of things. But right when she left, she asked me what was my passion, what did I love that would make me happy. And I'm like, acting, singing, anything in that form. She was like, well, go. So I started laughing, you know, like, you're funny. You're really funny. But she was like, no, I'm serious. So I'm like, well, what? You don't know that I've been trying. She was like, don't worry, it's gonna happen.
I got chills. It is gonna happen.
She said 2 days. You're gonna get fired for something you didn't do. Do not sign the papers and watch everything happen. What? But yeah, it was crazy. Things happen. But you know, exactly 2 days later, some things happened. Boss came in and felt that because I covered him, he wanted to fire me because I didn't keep covering him. So I laughed about it. Didn't sign. And as soon as I wanted to say some words to him, I got a tap on the shoulder and turned around and nobody was there. I knew then that, okay, God, keep walking out the door. It's just time to go. So right before I walked out, I turned around and I was like, God don't like ugly. What you're doing to others will come back to you.
He gave you a word.
What you reap is what you sow. And I give you a month. He was like, a month for what? Just know what you're doing to others will come back to you. I give you a month. Start looking for another job, sir.
The power of the tongue. The power of the tongue.
And I said, let me tell you what you just did. Thank you. I said, thank you. You just gave me the biggest blessing that I ever needed to go back to what I love.
Yes.
Just by you firing me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I said, but I'm still not going to sign them papers. Tell corporate that. And 5 days later, I got in touch with a guy that was in New York that actually did music for Tyler Perry.
Oh, wow.
Not knowing that he actually knew the email and information.
Oh, wow.
Told him that I had left the job, and he said, don't you want to go back to your passion? Well, I have an email. The email is for Tyler Perry Studios.
Thank you, Jesus. Wow.
And that was actually 4.5 years ago. They gave me my first 2 weeks back there consistently.
Wow.
By the casting director from Jared Craven, who did Hidden Figures.
Wow.
And when I say she's put me in so many projects, from that to Brockmeyer to
And speak up a little bit.
just so many shows. But Game of Silence.
So what shows did you get on? Which shows?
I've done Tyler Perry's, all of them. Have Nots, For Better or Worse, If Loving You Is Wrong. I was in the movie, but you know, just a little back in Medea's group of Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so that's 4. You're just trying to be humble, but okay. Thank you.
The most recent was Hidden Figures.
Right.
Ladies, we've been reassigned. Leave your calculators, you won't need them where we're going.
As one of Taraji's workers. I'm actually working with her again in a new movie. Scared to say the name, but
well, you're not ready to share the name. But what is it about a little bit?
Well, she plays Anne Atwater. You know, lady back in the day in the 1960s, 1970s, of dealing with the KKK.
Oh wow!
And it's based on true story. You know, it's something similar to I've said that in Hidden Figures, where she's taking on a more deeper role, and I love it. So got the chance to work with her last week, and it's kind of amazing to be sitting there in a small room, and she keeps looking at you. I keep looking at you, Taraji, and she looks and she smiles. It's like, hey, and I'm like, hi. And right before we were wrapping up that night, in front of just like everybody, she looked at me and was like, I know exactly who you are. How are you doing? And I looked at her and I was like, really, do you remember? She was like, Hidden Figures.
She remembered you from Hidden Figures.
I was like, yes, ma'am. She was like, how are you? I was like, I'm great. How are you? You know, how are you doing, man? Right.
That's your sister.
Everybody's looking like, how
you know her?
Right, like, how do y'all know her? Like, why is she yelling you out in this room?
Yeah.
I was like, well, I didn't know that she actually remembered. Do you know that was over a year, or well, almost a year ago now that I've worked with her, but we worked consistently for almost maybe like a month and close to, you know.
Yes,
so
I remember you.
I'm like, and I was with her the whole time, like. You know, even on the pictures and that they put up.
Taraji's down to earth, though.
She's so humble.
She's down to earth. So she's even
so
though
humble.
we get like that, just a little bit like.
It still makes. Let me tell you something. It makes you jittery because when you actually meet someone whose testimony is so amazing and so strong, you know, to take your child with $750 and drive and get in your car and go to LA just because you say, I'm going to make it. And I'm going to make something of myself.
I got you.
Her testimony is so strong. And it's like me as a single mother with my 7-year-old daughter. Haven't went to LA yet, but God already provided me to go of expenses paid to do a show back in December. I prayed for it and he gave it to me with the stipend.
Wow.
Picked up. Airplane paid for.
Wow.
Limousine here to and back from paid for.
Wow.
And I'm like, God,
He provides the people when you're doing.
So I tell people, do not think that God would not do what you ask him. Especially if you're sowing seeds. If you're sowing seeds and you're helping others, and I tell people call me crazy, call me whatever you want to, but guess what, I'm a child of God. And when God would do things in the least unexpected, or the last of the last, I said, you still have to help others. I don't care if it is your last. You might not know that person needed it more than you.
Yes, Lord. That's
you know what I'm saying? You never know, so you have to be open to what God can do. I said, God could be in someone's talking to you and you don't even know it.
Right.
Because you're not accepted to what they want to say. And I'm like, as much as so many times you don't want to do things and you don't want to do 18 hours on set, I would do this all day, every day, and I'm going to continue. If people say, is this your 9 to 5? Yep. What's your other job? Acting.
Mm-hmm.
What's your other job? Acting classes.
Yes.
And what else? Acting again.
That's passion.
I don't know what else to tell you. Acting event.
Right.
So, acting gig. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just acting. And I said, the thing is, what I'm finding out, that God is amazing, because when I'm doing acting, I find myself always ministering.
Mm-hmm. Because you're touching those artists that need to be touched, that can relate to you.
Right, and
that's
it's like it's like always the ministry, and people, just like I was talking about earlier. My homeboy, he said that you can't wait when you get in the industry, because the industry can be crazy.
Yes.
You got some great people, but it's not so many good people, you know, and I just feel that it's more children of God.
Mm-hmm. It's
that need to come together, that is gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Gifted children.
It give us that opportunity to just even break one door down in this industry, to let them know, like, hey, we're coming, and we're coming with the force. And the force is going to be so hard, but it's going to be for our passion, but it's also going to be for him.
Yes.
It's going to be for him, for our passion, and it's going to set just a foundation for the new up-and-coming artists, so that they don't have to have it as hard as we had it for as long as we've had it.
I said, because look at the Viola Davis, look at Denzel Washington, look at Taraji P. Hensons, look at the Samuel L. Jacksons, the list goes on. Look at the Baboya. Look at, Sylvester Stallone. Look at his story. Look at the dude from Power. Look at so many people and their stories, from Tyler Perry. The list goes on, and I will be one of them too.
Yes, and so will I.
And
so will you.
Look at our stories. Yes, Lorenzo. Look at our stories and the impact that we're already doing, and we're not quite there yet.
We're not even there yet. And look at God's taking us there. This is the journey. This part
if we all just come together as one, as unity, stepping forth to do so many things for other people. And doing for ourselves, and it's just going to it's going to bring the community together. It's going to bring us together.
Amen.
Yeah, because, and that's what it should be.
And I'm just going to chime in real quick. It's not just the actors, it's artists together as a whole, supporting each other, because a lot of us come from a place of pain. We've been through a lot of brokenness, families. We've been through a lot of victimization. We have, and a lot of the artists,
domestic violence.
A lot of artists bleed through bleed out art. Their way to bleed out is through art, and so that is the place that we want to be, that we need to be comforted in, the place that we need to be kind of like hugged into. And so, no, seriously, like this is major.
You're right.
Seriously,
I bleed through. I bleed through.
I'm in the beauty industry, so
so I get it. And see, like, I bleed through acting. And people were like, they's like, wow, you do things, and I feel your pain. I feel like you've been hurt, because I have. And when you've been through so many things, you know how to turn it, or you can relate, or you can step into somebody else's shoes so much faster than the next person.
Because it's real, because you go into the realness of it.
Or you can cry on sight, because guess what? All the pain that you've been through is so easy for it to happen. It's easy for it to happen.
That's the truth.
I said, but it's just amazing. People, know that God is near.
Yes.
Whatever that you're doing, that you know you're not supposed to do, even for myself, and I know there's others. Get right.
Right, we do.
All he wants us to do is get right, so that he may bless us. And bless us abundantly. Bless us tremendously. He wants us to walk in our passion, our purpose. He wants us to persevere. He wants us to do so many things that we weren't even supposed to be destined to, from what other people already said, or what they already thought that we weren't going to.
Amen.
But guess what? You're going to, Lorenzo. You're going to, and I'm going to. But at the same time, we need to come, and I'm gonna say it again, come together.
The power of networking, the
Yes.
power of uniting.
Come together.
Yes.
Let's stop trying to take from one another, turn our nose up.
Right.
Give other people a chance.
Right. We want to make it easier. Like I
Right.
said, like God says, my plans are to prosper you and not to harm you.
Right.
We're not out to harm you.
Or
We
kill,
want
steal,
to.
or destroy.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to like just grow because we're all destined for greatness. You know, we're destined for so much more. So, and God, like, He would never do us like that. You know, things that a lot of us have been through pain, and people are like, why did I go through that? You went through that to prepare you, to prepare your skin,
Prepare you for
to
greatness.
prepare you for greatness, to prepare you to lead. Sorry, when
To
you're born
lead
to be a leader,
millions.
yes,
And you're gonna
we're
lead
leading
millions of
in
people.
all our ministries. We're going to be leading so many people. And so we have to be courageous and we have to be victorious because we're triumphant.
And
You know
then
what I'm
not
saying?
realizing that you have to go through so many trials, tribulations, pain.
Real.
I mean, things that make you want to commit suicide
Yes.
time after time after
Yes.
time again.
Yes.
And God kept saying, no, my child, no, my child, no, my child.
You have to hang in there.
When you have gifts, you guys,
Yes.
and it's a lot of you guys that know that you have it. You know
Yes.
that you have it. We know that we have it.
Yes, we know we have
But
it.
we tend to push it aside because we want to suppress it and not
Right.
use it.
Or we don't know how to use it. We don't have the
Right.
right leaders, the right people. We're here.
But you still got to open up because what God is trying to do, He's trying to actually open doors and bring people into your life to let you know that, hey, I'm going to bring this person. You might not know them.
Yes.
They might be brand new. But
Right.
that person's going to be a connection to you on the spiritual level. That
Yes.
person's going to be a connection to you to a work level.
Yes.
That person might be a connection to you even on
lady-
the real level.
this lady
You know what I'm
is
saying? But you just never know how that person might connect to you.
Yes. Humble
People
yourself.
connect
Humble
to
yourselves.
to get to our passion.
Right.
People connect to us for our purpose.
Right.
But our purpose is to do God's will.
Yes.
Our purpose is to go down God's way. Our purpose is to follow Him and to exactly what He wants us to do, because what He wants us to do is going to be so impactful.
Right.
And everything that we wanted, everything that we asked for. And it's crazy because a lot of us struggle. And I know I shouldn't say this, but
Yes.
even because I've always tried to do it myself. But
Right.
guess what? When I gave it all away and said, God, I trust you,
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
it makes it so much easier.
Yes.
So much easier. So please, just trust and believe and know that God will do anything that you ask for.
Yeah.
Just pray, but pray in the right way.
Right.
Pray in the right way.
You're right.
Because when you pray in the right way, He'll give it to you. But when we just pray because we asking, He gonna look at you. And then at the same time, thank Him in advance. Thank Him for the bad. Thank Him for the
Thank Him.
good.
Thank
Thank Him
Him.
for the ugly.
Thank
Because
Him.
when you continue to thank Him and you do what He asked you to do, even if it's
Yes.
giving your last to somebody else, you still gonna bless.
Yes.
He gonna bless you 20-fold to 60, 100, however many fold. He will
Yes.
keep blessing you, but just do what He wants you to do.
Yes.
Go to church. Yeah, if you oversleep, guess what? God understands, but guess what? Get on TV, get on that TV and watch it.
They have it on Facebook Live.
They got everything. They have so many things. They got podcasts.
Yes.
But at the same time, go to church. Do your
Yes.
tithing.
Yes.
Do it all, man. Because guess what? Once you start doing all that, everything, if your life is not going in what it's
It'll
supposed to
start.
right now, it will start.
Yes. God's
Only if
been
you
good.
believe. Just a little of a mustard seed. Just a little.
Mustard seed.
Just a little
Yes.
faith will take you so far. It'll take you far.
Hallelujah.
Miracles happen. Trust and believe. Miracles happen. If you haven't had one, believe Him and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Watch.
Right.